Oh, okay. Yeah, but now in this video, there are two things that I want us to talk about. It's one, we're going to talk about what Helen Zille has got to say about Jacob Zuma. Very interesting, like very, 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 very interesting. There are lessons that we're going to learn from that. And then I would like us to move to Floyd Shivambu from there. When Floyd Shivambu addresses some of the things that relate to you will see how it links to the very same thing that Koko Helen Zille is basically saying. You will realize that there are lessons that on a general note, public, there are things that we need to learn. There are things that we haven't learned, but we need to learn. And that is political tolerance. That is, you know, you can get angry, you know, you can be upset, but here's the thing. As much as shame you are upset, as much as shame you are angry, but you must then realize that when it comes to these political things, there is a level of maturity that needs to be applied, level of tolerance that needs to be applied. Now, I'm going to end with the one nigga Floyd Shivambu, what he's got to say. But let's start with the one nigga Koko Helen Zille. When she says this.
The guy I got on famously with was Jacob Zuma.
Wow.
You do not know how charming Jacob Zuma is.
Yeah.
You don't know how charming he is.
Shalos.
He taught me how to dance. He taught me how to dance.
Yeah.
I'm not waking this up.
Yeah.
You want me to tell you the story?
Yeah, please do.
Well, one day I went to a cabinet lichotla at Pandondlopfu. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, Panondlov.
And I was there. And afterwards, we had a braai at his place. And there was music. And
Who's Brian? Is he Brian?
I would lie, but I wouldn't be surprised. But I would lie if I say I saw him braai.
Okay, cool.
But then there was music, and then everyone starts to dance. You know that whole group dance that everyone was doing? So we're all doing that dance and everything. And of course, I'm the only DA person there, right? Yeah. And then they put on this sort of like waltzy music and stuff, and everyone stops dancing. So the next moment I feel on my shoulder, I look around, there's the president. I said, hello, Mr. President. He says, would you like to dance? I said, I'd love to, but I can't. I don't know how.
Yeah.
He said, no, come, I'll show you. Don't you know how to dance? I said, no. I studied in my youth.
You didn't party.
So he takes me on this dance floor, and he's now teaching me how to dance. And they've all got their cell phones out, and they're taking this video of. And he said, and I said, he's very good. And he said, now just follow me. And he leads me around the dance floor really brilliantly.
Wow.
So I said to Mr. President, where did you learn to dance? So he tells me this hilarious story. He says, he was a young guy from Nkandla.
Yeah.
Ngamalala, is that right? Anyway, various from that place. And he says that he saw this lady in Durban that he really fancied.
Oh.
So he asked her to a dance. And he didn't put two and two together that when you get there, you actually have to dance.
Yeah.
So he arrives, and so they get there, and all the dance music's on, and people are dancing, and he can't dance. Now he's standing there with this lady. So eventually, another guy comes and asks this beautiful lady that he's with to dance. She says, thank you very much. She takes off her coat, hands it to Jacob Zuma, who's now...
So, what I got from this, something very interesting. You know what is it? Basically, what Helen Zille shows you is she's just opened the curtain and show you politician behind the curtain and say, no, behind the curtain, we are people, we are human. We connect on a human level. We're not animals. And that point, somewhere was also emphasized by Julius Malema. You will remember when he was talking about Ramaphosa, he said, their houses are not far from each other. Sometimes when they are jogging, they meet each other. So you will also remember on Parliament, one day Julius Malema asked Ramaphosa about sickness. And he says that I can see the people who are working on your eyes and all the stuff. They are doing a great job. I can see you are recovering. Then that was on a human level. But on a political level, he then disagreed with him. Here's what I find it weird. Is that a lot of people who are following political figures, or they obliterate the human level, then stay on the political level and take the political view and perspective and war, if I may call it, and let that affect their personal life. But it's not actually the case with the real big deals. Big politicians, they don't do that. Seasoned politicians, they don't do that. But we allow our political differences to affect our personal life. So you will find that on a personal level, we hate you. That's why it's easy for us to kill you, because we disagree with you on a political level. So because we disagree with you on a political level, we're going to take your life. But the people who are leading us on a political level, they have times to sit and talk like human beings. Guess there's a lesson that we need to learn. Like a serious one that we need to learn. Very, very serious one for that matter. So moving right along from Uloko, let's start here. If you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on, good people, because to subscribe it is free. To like the video, it is free. To comment in the comment section below, it is free of charge. To click the notification bell, it is free of charge. To share this video, it is free of charge. To watch this video until the end, it is free of charge. Also, good people, come on, to watch the ads, it's free of charge, and that's how you financially contribute to this YouTube channel. Speaking about financially contributing to the channel, you can become a member of this YouTube channel from as little as 20 Rand a month. You can also use the super thanks button. In case you don't want to do that, guys, there is a way where you can use my media company banking details to donate to the channel, and you know what I'm saying, we'll bring you more, and also guys want to buy more equipment. So the power is in your hands. Please do the honorable thing as we proceed. Okay, so then we start there, and then let's go to I want us to go somewhere now. See, I don't understand how we think sometimes, but it's okay. We'll address that on the next level. There's a statement that was once said by Floyd Shivambu about us interacting and dealing with each other. That when I was listening to Lomama Lokoko Helen Zille, and I look at what Floyd is saying, and I take the two, and I said to myself, wow, these two goes hand in hand. And but Tina, we can never appreciate the value of those words. Why? Because we are in the mood to fight. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've seen. We're in the mood to fight. We are in the mood. Okay, you know what? Let's listen to Floyd Shivambu. It's very interesting. You know, I look at people and how they think, and I'm like, what tickle? Okay, let's look at Floyd Shivambu here.
Sometimes this so-called brotherhood, it's not brotherhood. It borders on gangsterism, a gangster relationship that we're together. If a person is wrong, we can't call each other to order. Like you defend each other even when a person is doing wrong things, is now venturing into wrong politics of being boastful and doing wrong things in public and everything else, and disrespecting people, and then you don't say anything because of brotherhood. You must be able to call out certain things that this is unacceptable and everything else. And if you realize that, so those things of the personal relationship can't override a political principle in the relations with everyone. So if a comrade misbehaves or does things which you realize that this is wrong, you must be able to call each other to order. Like, it's not gangster relationship where you say we'll die together. It doesn't work like that. And
Yeah, first of all, I know the hate you have, some of you has for Floyd Shivambu. Ne? You hate him, right? You literally hate him. You know, let's talk about the hate that you have for Floyd Shivambu for a moment. Let me address that for a moment. You hate Floyd Shivambu simply because he left the EFF. And so, for that reason, you hate him. Then we're expecting you to have healthy families. Let's start there. Because right there, you are exhibiting red flags. And I'm going to show you why I'm saying you're exhibiting red flags. So your wife dumps you. Maybe for valid or non-valid reasons. Now you are angry at your wife. You will not talk to your wife or your ex-wife. You will not support your children because she dumps you. That's the trajectory of the thinking here. It just goes straight to that. But if in your personal life, in your personal capacity, you don't do that, then you have no reason. When you affiliate yourself with a certain political party, you have no reason to do that. It tells me that in your personal life, somehow, you are either abusing your partner already or you are an abuser in the making because of that thinking to say, once we disagree on a certain point, then we go in an attack mode. Guys, there's absolutely none. I always say to people, we can disagree. We can, you know what I'm saying? We can say anything and we can disagree and still, at the human level, still connect and talk and life continues. But when we disagree and we don't have to correct one another, as Floyd will say, then that's a problem. Right there, it's a red flag. It's time ticking bomb. Like any word you can think of it. If, for instance, you have a partner in your personal space, a partner that cannot tell you that you are wrong, because when the partner tells you that you are wrong, then it amounts to a war. It's an insult to you. Then there's a problem with how you think. You are an abuser in the making, be it a female or male. But I'm saying you are an abuser in the making. We cannot have this thing in society where we are constantly ready to fight. If, for instance, a person mistakenly step on your feet and your response is, I'm going to beat you. Duh. People does that all the time when we say, okay, I understand. We pass on. But if, for instance, you are forever on the attacking mode, there's a problem right there. But then Floyd Shivambu speaks about the brotherhood, sisterhood, whatever, mkuluhood, gogohood, right? And said that if we can't call each other, if we can't correct one another, then we are a group of gangsters, not necessarily a group of brothers, because brothers hold you accountable. Family members will hold you accountable. Your wife will hold you accountable. Your husband will hold you accountable. Your children, sometimes children, these days children are very clever. They can hold you accountable and say, when are you said this, but why are you doing this? You know what I'm saying? For me, personally, I always say, and I will forever say this, it's not what you say to me. It's the disrespect that will make you look at you and be like, Andizi, forget. Not talking to you. Until you reach a point, to me personally, I always say, until you reach a point where you respect me, be it I'm wrong or right, until you reach that point where you learn to talk to me in a respectful way, then we can have a conversation. Until then, forget and smile. We're not talking. I'm not talking to a person who's full of disrespect. Because I'm a firm believer of this. And I've said this in many of my videos, and I said this. I disagree with the politics of Fikile Mbalula. But that does not give me a right to take a firearm and say, you must die. I must kill you because of... No. It doesn't give me a right. You will find that I disagree with the man on a political level. But at a human level, we can connect, we can chill, I can sleep at his place. I'm making an example. I don't know him personally, I'm just saying. I can sleep in his place. We know that when we engage politically, we can never find each other. But at the human level, we can still talk because we are human. And it's something that I've always advocated to say, that is what we need to learn generally, that we will disagree with our wives, guys. It's a fact. There are things that we'll never see each other, we'll never see eye to eye. Does it mean that we'll divorce her because we don't see eye to eye? Especially on something that we can always come back and resolve peacefully, amicably? No. I always say, it's not the problem, it's how we solve the problem that matters to me. So, when you listen to Helen Zille or Floyd Shivambu, they give me that thing to say, guys, let's be politically educated. Let's understand politics, because at this moment, particular juncture, we don't understand politics. We just argue and insult people, but we don't understand politics.